Hello! Welcome to another installment of FatChanceStyle Tidbits. Today's tidbit is actually a 2-for-1 deal. We have two slow movements to learn today, and they are the Corkscrew Turn and the Propeller Turn. And the reason I'm combining them into a single tidbit is because they're very, very similar movements, and it's easier to pick out exactly how they differ when I show them side by side. So, starting with the Corkscrew Turn, it looks like this. And from behind, again, this is the Corkscrew Turn. Now I'll demonstrate the Propeller Turn before I break both of them down. So the Propeller Turn looks like this. And from behind, again, this is the Propeller Turn. Alright, so as you may have picked up on, the two moves start in the same way and then they end differently. So, for both moves, we're just keeping our lower body in our good posture for the majority of the move. I'm going to start with the Corkscrew Turn. So again, we're staying in that good posture for the majority of the move, and then at the end, and I'll break down the arms more specifically later, but at the end, when we're bringing our arms up, we're just doing a crossover turn and facing front. So we're crossing the right foot over the left, and then just unwinding to the front. I'll stay with the Corkscrew Turn to try not to confuse you. So continuing with the Corkscrew Turn, that's all the lower body is doing. So while our lower body is still, our arms start overhead. We drop the right arm down, bring it up, drop the left arm down, bring it up. So this is the setup for both moves. This right and then left is the same for both movements. And you can choose how many floreos you do or don't do in this movement. So you can choose not to do any floreos and just move your arms. You can choose to do 1 or 2 at each stop. So I can do 2, 2, or I could do 1, I could do 2 here, I could do 2 here. It really is the dancer's choice, and if you're dancing in a group, it's the leader's choice. So you want to make sure whatever the leader's choosing to do, however many floreos the leader does is however many you would do as the follower. So, with the basic arm movement, right down, up to center, left down, up to center. Now if we're doing the corkscrew, after we do that setup, both arms are going to come down to shoulder height. There's no floreo here. So they both come to shoulder height, and then they lift up. And then as we do our turn, the arms are going to just go down the body, out, and up. So we did both to shoulder, up, and then we turn. We finish our turn, our arms should be down here, and then finish the move by bringing the arms back up overhead. So let's show the whole Corkscrew Turn just by itself, no Propeller Turn yet. So again, we start overhead, we drop right, overhead, drop left, overhead, both arms down, up, and turn, and back overhead. I'll show that to the back. So we're going right, center, left, center, both at shoulder height, and back up, and arms go down, then out and up. So then the Propeller Turn, same rules apply for that setup. We can do 0 to 2 floreos at each of these points, and then instead of having both arms go down, just the right's going to go down again, and we're going to flick our wrist and then do the same footwork for the turn. So it's another crossover turn. We flick and bring our arm down to about hip height. As we turn around, the arm stays in place. Once we're done with the turn, we bring our arms to shoulder height with a floreo, and then this split position with a floreo. So this is my left at shoulder height, my right overhead. Let's break down the arms without the spin. So we do the setup, right, center, left, center. We go right again, flick, this arm comes down, we do our turn, we go shoulder height, and split. So all together with the turn, this is the propeller turn. We go right, center, left, center, right, flick, turn, shoulder height, and split. From the back, we go right, center, left, center, right, and flick, turn, shoulder height, split. So now I'm going to show them back to back so you can try to see the exact moment that they differ. So in the corkscrew, it's going down with both arms to shoulder height, and the propeller, only the right's going down. So I'll start with corkscrew. And into propeller. And I'll do the same thing facing away, starting with corkscrew, and into propeller. And those are the corkscrew and propeller turns. Thank you for watching.